welcome to LMC and Knowledge, lyrics music channel of spiritual insight and wisdom that was shared to you so you can take along your spiritual journey. I hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you're at, and whenever you see this, make sure that you're prayed up and in that light of Jesus. Okay, so before we get into this message, I'll use my shamanic drum to cleanse the space, clear the energy, and we will go from there. Okay, so the intuitive message that I have for you guys today is you came here to share your story to the world, okay? You have a major impact on the earth. You are here to, I'm seeing a big ocean wave. And you know how, wow, you may be a water sign, you may have water in your chart, you may be very deeply connected to the moon. I'm seeing a really huge wave on a beach. You may like to go to the beach, or you may want to go to the beach. You may be a water baby. You don't have to be. But like I said, you being this humongous wave that people come to ride on. Like a surfboard. I'm seeing people ride on the surfboard, trying to get, like, they're picking you as the wave to ride on. Like, I don't know if you've seen videos of that. Like, I'm seeing somebody riding over a huge wave, and sometimes people go like under the wave and then they're able to get out of it before like the water comes splashing on them. You open up people's emotions. You're here too, because with water it has a lot to do with emotions. You're a very emotional person, or you are very empathetic. People like to cry, like, around you. Like, it could be joyful tears, or it could be as what the heck am I trying to say? It could be somebody who is going through something and they feel comfortable, they feel vulnerable. Water has a lot of vulnerability. Like, when people going into the water, like, you're very vulnerable. Anything could happen to you, you know what I mean? But it's like people feel safe in your energy to the point where they can cry in front of you. Some people, they don't want to let their emotions out. I'm hearing you can, like, soften up the toughest bear, the toughest person, like, literally just make them bawl their eyes out, you know? And with the water, it also has to do with healing. So you sharing your emotions is healing others, or people being able to share their emotions with you is opening them up to heal. And also, it's like people could also, like, be like, say they're going through something angry, like it makes them very angry, and then they're calling you to calm them down. So it's like, you, with all these emotions, you can put the fire out, you know? But also with you telling your story, you've been through something significant, like, and it doesn't have to be completely bad. It doesn't have to be all the way good. It could just be a roller coaster. You telling people about your roller coaster ride. Like, I'm seeing an amusement park and it's a huge roller coaster. And it's like you just sharing your experience of you riding that roller coaster. The highs and lows of life is what I'm hearing that you're sharing to the world. And you could be sharing it on an interview. I'm seeing you in interviews. I'm seeing you you having your own platform. It could be on YouTube, it could be on Facebook, it could be in the real world, like at church or around certain people, where you're just able to share your experiences in life. And it really helps other people accept their destiny, accept their purpose in life. It helps them be inspired or more encouraged to also share their story. So it's like you're really going to leave a huge impact on this earth before you leave. And it's like people are going to, I'm seeing seminars, or like you just traveling on a tour, sharing your life story, sharing your journey, sharing how you got to where you're at now, you know, and even sharing it on a smaller scale. Like, I'm seeing it building up, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Um, Now I don't know why I'm hearing something about Rosa Parks story. So it may have been something like abuse or heartbreak or the loss of a loved one or something, them living through you, or you telling your story about your bloodline, your history, your ancestral history, your past life history. It's like you're coming here to seal, I don't know why I'm hearing seal the deal of your bloodline. And it's like something that was unfinished in the past life by your bloodline, you're coming here to complete it. So God's wanted me to get deep into, like, I was talking to my dad one day about how, I know this is like really deep, like, what the heck, Lyric, why you just turned all the way to this conversation, but God's just telling me to bring it up. I know you guys might feel different about how I feel, but this is just literally what I believe and what I feel is for my life, you know. But I definitely know I'm here to adopt God's children. There was a time where I definitely wanted to procreate my own child, and it was at such a young age, you know. But I just, like, I tried to manifest it. Like, I really tried to make this be it. And God had a bigger purpose for me, because I knew that if I would have had a child right now, I literally would have closed myself off to the world. And I would have been in, like, super protective mommy mode of, like, it's all about me and my child. Like, and I would be looking at God's people differently. Like, I know I would have. I wouldn't have been as open as I am today. If I would have had a child, I probably wouldn't even be putting myself out on social media, like, at all. Like, I would just be in my own shell, like Patrick in his rock, under his rock. I'm just getting everything that I need for my family. Then I'm going back home, and this is how I'm living. And I would have been completely comfortable with living that way, but I had a way bigger mission, a way bigger purpose. And I knew that I was here to not only help my bloodline, but help other people's bloodlines, you know? So I know that I'm here to adopt. I was born to adopt children. I didn't have a mother in my life when I grew up, so I definitely want to be there for children who don't have a mother in their life, you know? So with that being said, my dad was saying, like, you know, like, what happens when, he wasn't saying it towards me, he was saying it towards my little brother, but he was just like, you gotta have kids. Like, he's not forcing him to have it, but he was just telling him, like, you know, you gotta just basically teaching him morals and standards of how he should act, because, you know, you gotta raise a kid right, so then when they have children, they're able to raise their children right. So he was just basically telling them that he gotta keep the bloodline going, you know. And with that being said, you have to make sure that you're correcting yourself, taking accountability, and you have a heart, and you're loving people, and so you can teach your children that. But then I was like, you know what, Dad? But because he was like, if you don't have any kids, then who else is going to complete it? Because he's the youngest one. So basically my dad was just like, if you're not prepared to have kids, or a woman doesn't want to be with you because of this or that, then how else is our bloodline gonna be continued? Like, it's just gonna be gone after you. And in my head, I'm just like, what if the more people you have in your bloodline is the longer you have to stay on this earth? Like, there's so much more to life than just being on this earth. Like, we just don't comprehend and understand existence on other planets, other dimensions, other galaxies, other universes and stuff like that, right? We just think, you know, some of us just think small. We just think only on this earth, and this is what it is. But it's like, if you have a kid and you guys keep having kids, that means that y'all bloodline mission will not be finished until the last person is off this planet that's in your bloodline. So if all of us are gone off this planet, That means we've completed, as a bloodline, we've completed the biggest mission, the biggest cycle of our lifetimes, of our past lives that's been on this earth, and we can move on to a whole nother planet and I guess do it all over again, but on another level, right? That's how I'm thinking. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to have kids. And it's not because I'm scared. It's not because of none of that. I just understand that I can be a mother without birthing a child. You know, then I know there's some people who will be like, oh, you have a uterus, you have the ability, and you're not using it. This is my life. You know what I mean? But I know you guys didn't come here to judge me or anything about that. But I was just saying about how our bloodlines have missions. And with you having this mission, they chose you to seal the deal. And it's not saying that, oh, everybody's going to flatline after you seal the deal. After you seal the deal. No, that's not what that means at all. It just means you have the biggest mission in your whole entire bloodline. That's just what I'm saying. I don't know why I was getting to the point where me saying I didn't want to have kids and I wanted to adopt and stuff. Because I want to help other people I want to break generational curses in other people's lives. Like, I want to help assist them. And that's something that you're doing also with you telling your story, because there's some people that are they don't know that they have the biggest mission in their bloodline. You have the biggest mission in your bloodline and you're going to achieve it. So it's going to make it easier for the rest of the people who are alive on this earth that's in your bloodline to complete their mission. Sometimes it takes one specific person to make it easier, for everybody else. But until you step out, tell your story, complete your mission, it's going to make it so much harder for them. They're still going to be delayed. So it's like with you telling your story and stepping out to the world, and that's very vulnerable, because then you have to go with all of what are they going to say, the opinions of others, and then backlash, and you got to have tough skin to be able to do that. And you have to be a very bold person to tell deep parts of your story, because it could be very horrific, it could be very gruesome, it could be very like harassment, like all those type of things, domestic, like it's just a lot. And that's another thing, you healing in front of the world, but you healing is allowing the world to heal. You healing is allowing these people who have the biggest mission in their bloodline to heal. You're gonna be that one to help everybody. Like, I'm seeing you busting the gate open and you're the first one, but you won't be the last. You know what I mean? But it's like God needed you to bust that gate open. You had the key. Nobody else had the key until you used it. So until you use your gift and you live in your purpose, tell your story, then everybody else gonna come running right after you, right? So it's like you're not only helping your bloodline, you're helping so many bloodlines, right? And that's gonna get you, like, I can't even comprehend the amount of blessings you will get. Sometimes you be working at the wrong job, sometimes you be living at the wrong place. And until you leave these situations, that's when you're gonna be financially free. We sometimes think we be trying to make these decisions thinking this is what's gonna set me financially free, until God say you need to be in a whole nother direction, and maybe that direction is very hard to do, it's very tough. I don't know what word I'm trying to say, but it's like, to speak your truth, like, some people got killed for speaking their truth, and on all levels, certain levels, and we heard stories of that, like people trying to share their truth and somebody assassinating them, executing them because of them talking too much. Some people are fearful of the words they need to speak. Like, their soul you don't want to regret that type of thing, and you're gonna know that you're protected. Like, nobody's gonna touch you. Like, nobody. Like, it may be hard to speak your truth, but it's going to be harder not speaking your truth, But, yeah, so let me get some cards. You're definitely going to be successful in this lifetime. Wow. So before I even shuffle it, suffering and silence. So with you speaking your truth, you're no longer going to be suffering. Like, no more suffering, okay? Like, let's pull some cards, though. No more suffering in this cycle of life. And it's gonna lead everybody else. Everybody's gonna come to the light with their truth. You're gonna make everybody come to the light. You're the truth bearer. You're here to shed light on the lies. Wow. So financial and material changes for you. Definitely. Like I said, like, this is going to set you up for success. You know, you're going to feel free after you speak your truth. You're literally going to feel free. You're setting your soul free. You're here to set the souls free. This is not just for you. It's for the world, right? It's for the community. It's for your bloodline. Like, there could be like a family, a bloodline that's going through so much, you know, and they just needed that one person to step out and speak, you know. You're going to speak for your bloodline. You're going to speak the story of your bloodline. Next card that we have is 5, emotional loss. So it's like you're speaking about something, someone, something that you lost. And people are going to hear you out. Okay, this thing just doesn't want to stand up. It's like, I already told you guys the word, so I guess I'll hide it even though I don't want it to hide. What the heck? But, yeah, it's like you're here to mend the hearts of God's people. And with that, it's literally going to set them free, like I said. And 5 and 5, that equals change. The 5 was on this one too. And I'm ready to, I want to see you speak your truth. I want to support you. I want to root for you. I want to be there for you. I want to listen to you. Because just as much as you listen to me, I want to be there for you, you know? So if this is for you, like, really comment under it and just say, like, this is me. Like, I'm going to be speaking my truth. I came here to speak my truth. I came here to share my story. I came here to share my bloodline story. And like I said, it's going to help everybody change. Everybody are going to feel you. Like, I'm seeing this person, like, imagine a whole bunch of people just putting their hand on their heart. Like, you know what? I feel you too. There's something in my heart that I need to speak out. I need to say something. You're going to give people the courage to speak their truth. And that's such, like, an amazing mission. You have so much power. You have so much power. And it's like, maybe in the past you felt like you were powerless. Maybe you didn't know your power. You know, not even just feeling powerless, just not being aware of how strong you are. Not being aware of your destiny, you know. But now you're awakening to that. And it's like, man, once you speak your truth, you're going to gain a supernatural strength. Like, you're completely unstoppable after that. Like, nobody can stop you now but yourself. But once you speak up, you can't even stop yourself. It's like once you speak up and speak out about something, your highest self, from the highest dimensions, the Holy Spirit is going to take control of you. You will never be the same. You will never be the same. Like, when I say you'll never be the same, like, it's going to be like, did you get cloned? Like, is this person cloned? That's how they're going to feel. That's how you might feel. Because it's like the emotions are going to change. Your whole, everything. Your DNA is going to change. Your light codes are going to change. You will never go back. You will never have to look back. You know, your bloodline will never have to look back. You're going to change the DNA and the light codes of your bloodline. And with you doing that, it's going to have a mirroring effect to the world. You're going to shift the world like this. So God needs you to speak your truth. Keep speaking it. Not just one video. Not just one video. Put it in a book. Put it on an interview. Create a podcast of your story. You know? Give us bits and pieces of it to lead us into your journey. You know, you don't have to sit here and give us a full documentary the first second. But definitely start speaking your truth. You know, sharing information about your life, your bloodline. Like I said, you're going to connect with people who are on the same path as you. You're going to connect with your star family. Like, you have your own group of people that are going to follow you. Literally. So, did I just see throat chakra? Yes, and it's number 5 too. Throat chakra, speaking. Your voice is very powerful. Your voice shifts the frequency. Like, literally. So keep speaking and letting the world know who you are and what you came here for. Okay? Oh my God. I'm hearing that song. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphone, and they wanna know. Oh, 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 yeah. So come on. Come on. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.